Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are the Michigan Medium Angels. Let's mix it up. Let's mess with them, Tink. Go ahead.
What are we gonna do? I'm Connie Smock.
And I'm Laura Ashley Abraham. I almost forgot my name because it was backwards.
That's cute.
I did.
That's because we mixed it up. Maybe it's the energy for the week that we're going to talk about of why we're getting mixed up.
I think it is. Yes. You know what? You have to change the energy, change things around, so you don't get stuck. So we'll see. So this is our weekly energy forecast, and Connie's going to pull some cards. I'm going to pull some cards for the week, and we'll see what comes up. You never know. Go ahead, Tinkerbell. Take it away. What do we got going on?
I was just going to say the same thing to you.
What do we have going on?
What do we have going on? Well, let's talk about this new supermoon that we have. I think it's called the pink moon, right?
Yes.
Which is the sun is now in Taurus, which is a very grounding energy, self-reliant, reliable energy because it's earthy and it's grounding again. But then you also have the moon is in Scorpio, and the moon in Scorpio, anytime Scorpio is very deep. Scorpio is like profound. Scorpio has two sides too. Scorpio has the side where there are, and it kind of reminds me of Taurus too, which is interesting. So this may be coming up energetically, and this is just coming through. So Taurus is kind of the same way. They can hold a grudge. So can Scorpios. So it may be right now, this full moon is really intense for releasing. So people who are, I just got chills on this. So people who are holding grudges right now, or if you're holding a grudge, let it go. This is the perfect time to let it go. This is the energy right now for forgiveness and for letting go, because it's not about the other person, it's about you. But it's interesting because Scorpio is the same way, right? What does a scorpion do? They sting. That's one side of Scorpio. Well, there are three sides really, but the main two are going to be that side. Then there's that very spiritual side. So people who are Scorpios, so water sign, they're very in tune with their feelings. They're profoundly intuitive. So you may even have a Scorpio moon. You have a Scorpio moon, don't you, Laura?
I don't think so. I know I have Sagittarius in there.
You're right. I think it is a Sagittarius because that's me, and that's why we get along so well. And then it's because I actually have a Scorpio moon, and so does Danny, which is interesting. We both have that Scorpio moon, which makes us very, very like deep and profound, and in even a relationship. So that's one thing to consider too. I know a lot of people will look up compatibility, and that's a general rule with signs, but you can't look at that in its totality. You actually have to look at all the other aspects of what is the ascendant and what is your moon sign. All of those play in because that's what relates. That's how energy goes. So some are very compatible because they can offset the other side, but sometimes they're a lot alike. Like two Tauruses together.
What was that?
That's not. What's that?
I have not heard that before. What was that noise? It sounded like some kind of
that's my nervous Popeye. I don't know.
That's like a chipmunk. That's not.
Get a chipmunk. Yeah, but it's because they both do this. So it's going to be neither wants to give unless you have something else in the aspects of your chart. Again, it can. If you have another thing where you have something else where the more nurturing, like maybe a Cancer or something like that in your chart, or and maybe an air sign or something like that can offset. And again, we're not astrologers, but I know a little bit, and so does Laura, to make us a little dangerous, but that's about it. But I do know that much. You have to look at all the aspects, and I do know it makes a difference in what's happening now with the moons and where the planets and everything are lined up. And that's another thing too. The way the planets are in your chart makes a difference too. There may be a lot more compatibility depending on where the planets are lining up in the other person's chart. There is a free natal chart that you can do, by the way, and I think it's called, is it Cafe Astrology? But if you type in on, you can do it on your phone or your computer on the internet, and it's free natal, Natal chart. You can put in, you need to know the date and time you were born and where you were born, but that will pull up your ascendant. It is really cool. It gives you so much information. You'll read it. It's really long, but it will tell you, it'll be, so far I have yet to have a person tell me that it wasn't right. It will tell you everything about yourself, because it will actually tell you everything based on all the aspects of your chart, which is really cool. So if you haven't done that, it's a fun thing to do, just to be able to look at it and see. Plus, you can look at start looking at your partners or your family members, where you really get along with, or you don't get along with, and you can start to see like, oh, that's why we connect, or that's why. When you start looking up the different attributes of each sign too, you'll start understanding more of why people are compatible and why they're not. I got off track a little bit as usual, so sorry about that. Anyway, going back to the energies, but it's going back to the Taurus and the Scorpio. So the other aspect of Scorpio is the intuitive part, the ego part. It's a very highly spiritual part. So there are some Scorpios who are like on the cusp. They really want it, but they tend to still hold that grudge and go to the Scorpion. And then their whole purpose of why they come in as a Scorpio is to actually have them evolve into that eagle, into that highly spiritual being. So they have the opportunity, and I just got chills on this. So Scorpios who are listening out there, you have the opportunity, especially right now in these times where the moon is in this full moon is in Scorpio, of letting go of what no longer serves you, so you can be free. So you can bring in that eagle energy. And then there's the highest of all is the Phoenix, which is completely being reborn, where you just come out of those ashes a complete new bird, and you're ready to fly and you're ready to take off. And that is where you want to be. So it starts by doing your forgiveness work. And if, I don't know if whoever hasn't, did we close the program? We have not as of yet. Oh, we did. Oh, never mind.
We did Sunday. Yeah.
All right, never mind. All right.
I don't think it's actually technically closed.
Nah. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, maybe not. Well, you know what? We can probably leave. It's already getting into you know what? We'll leave it open for a day or two more, and that's it. If you want to join, you can. It's only $88 for 8 weeks, but this is what we talk about, is how to move from that feeling of forgiving people. So it frees yourself. It's not about the other person, but we teach you techniques on how to do that, how to become that Phoenix and that eagle energy, so you can move on. This is about intuition, because the full moon is in Scorpio right now. It is about working on your intuitive gifts and clairvoyance and getting clarity, learning healthy boundaries and intimacy. Scorpios are very, very intimate, but they're very choosy of who they are intimate with, who they will share their deepest and darkest secrets. They are not about to share it with everyone. And that is something too, that during this time, it's about, they don't like to be vulnerable. So this is a time where shedding what's no longer needed, of being vulnerable, releasing fear, control, and trauma in order to transform. And again, that's what we're talking about: change, transformation into that eagle, into that, whether you're a Scorpio or not, it doesn't matter. You can still use the energy of this full moon to be able to do that. Be able to transform from being in a place of fear or negativity and moving to love and where it is where you want to go. Go ahead, Laura.
Well, you were talking about the 8-week program. So if anybody is interested and does want to sign up, just private message us on the page, and then we'll get you the information. And we do have a message for you. Okay. And I forgot to say this earlier.
What is it?
I was supposed to start with this. Totally forgot.
What's the message?
Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so excited. What is it? Do I know what the message is?
You do.
I do. I forgot already. What is the message? You know, it's kind of like Dory. It's almost like she gets really excited again because she doesn't remember. I actually completely did forget. So I'm super excited to find out what the message is. What is it?
The message for this week, okay, is chill the F out. That's the message. Yes, seriously, truly, that's the energy right now. Stop freaking out. Stop worrying. Literally, you want to just chill. Just take a deep breath and relax, because you're going to get further if you just do that than if you try to like do whatever you're doing. Just relax and chill out. You are literally doing what you need to be doing right now. That's your message. And I'm going to read more too. I actually want to read this from Carrie Samuels, because I really liked the email that she sent out, and it's pretty succinct. So it'll just take me a second. And she says, there's a reason that Taurus is in the sign that teaches us to slow down and enjoy life's bounties. It occurs in the height of spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. If you're not motivated to work, that's a good thing. If you're feeling unproductive, yay. Life is meant to be enjoyed. There will be plenty of productivity in your near future. Taurus teaches you to value yourself and the finer things in life. And I love this. Your worth is not determined on how much you are doing. You are valuable for being the beautiful person that you are. So she talks about how you might not feel as motivated as usual because Mars just moved into Cancer. Mars is the fiery, feisty planet. And that's why it's fairly uncomfortable in watery Cancer, because Cancer is a water sign and a lot of emotion. Mars gives you the energy and passion when Cancer is concerned with family, security, and emotional roots. Your energy may be turned toward your home. You might not feel motivated to pursue your goals or exercise, yet you might have a renewed zeal to spruce up your home or bake lots of cookies, which is funny because I literally just baked some cookies. They're the good cookies from our program. They're the healthy ones. And cleaning up your home, which is what you were just talking about too, Ting. So
what I'm doing, I'm getting rid of like 90% of the things that I have.
Yes.
I'm starting over. I want fresh new energy. Springtime's here. When you let go of all that old energy, you make way for open doors for new energy. So I'm going to be doing some spring cleaning.
I know. So I love that. I thought that was pretty good advice for right now. So literally, chill. And we're going to pull some cards for you. So we'll see what the energy is that we come up with through the cards, but basically that's like astrologically kind of what's going on. So I know I love that. Really, honestly, just let go.
Yeah.
Let go.
Release and let go. Whatever no longer serves you. And you can ask right now, because these energies are so intense, especially with that Scorpio moon. You know what, universe? Thank you for letting everything go with grace and ease that no longer serve me. And then trust whatever happens after that. Whatever falls away is whoever falls away is supposed to fall away, and let it go. I just get really dizzy on that. That's so weird. I got chills and really dizzy. So
I may have someone with me, and I forgot to deliver a message this morning in our Facebook Live.
Yeah, because it's
he came to me in my sleep. I know.
Really?
Yep. So I'm not sure who he goes to. And actually that's maybe I need to say it on here because you got dizzy. They're trying to get it out. So
they are trying to get it out. So I definitely, say it because somebody needs to hear it, honey.
So I saw this man and he was sitting on the couch and he had darker hair. He had a little bit of a darker complexion maybe. And I'm not sure if he's like Latin American. And he had a black shirt on, black buttoned up shirt, like a dress shirt. And I think he had jeans or like a darker pair of jeans and then like dress shoes, like black dress shoes. And he was sitting on the couch, like with his arms out like this, just sitting there. I didn't feel like there was anybody else there. I don't know if this is a photograph or who he is. But I felt really strongly like he wanted to get a message to somebody. So it could be potentially a client that it's kind of, I'm flashing in here. That may be where this goes now that I'm thinking about it. So again, this could be a message for somebody watching this recording. If it is, private message us, and I'll try to figure out who he goes to. We'll find who he goes to. We always do. So
yeah, and I don't know if this is the same person. but I keep seeing a J. I don't know if it's John or George.
I
It's
saw a J earlier.
Yeah,
Yes. That's what I kept hearing was a J.
some J. I don't know if it's a dad. I keep hearing dad. I just got chills on that. Remember though, this could be for multiple people. So it
Correct.
doesn't necessarily, it could be that there is a dad with a J that matches that description. It's weird because I keep seeing green. Did you say green? I don't know if there's a green couch or green background or something with green.
No,
Okay.
all I saw him was he was wearing a black dress shirt and black dress shoes. Like those were the two things that really stood out to me. And he was just relaxing on the couch.
Huh.
So again, I don't know if it's a photograph, but that's what he showed me. And I feel like he's like middle-aged. I felt like he was
Yeah.
like slim or not in like, but not too thin, but like slimmer, not too like, he's just like medium is kind of what I felt, his build. And he felt like middle-aged, like somewhere around 20, 30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your
Maybe
middle age is different. I like my middle age is more like 40 or 50.
40.
Yeah, I don't know what you consider 40s and 50s, and you better answer that appropriately right now. I'm just saying.
Middle-aged, it's all middle-aged.
So
That's
like
actually young.
20 to 60 is middle aged, right? Is that what you're saying?
I go backwards. Okay. So the older people are the younger people, right? Because they haven't learned anything.
Oh yeah, that's
And
funny.
then we're the young ones. Okay.
Okay.
Right. We're learning everything.
I'll buy that.
Okay.
I will buy that.
So go ahead, Tinkerbell, pull some cards. Let's see what we
All
got.
right. What does everybody need to know? You already have them out, honey. Go ahead.
Okay. So I pulled a couple cards from the energy deck. I don't always use this one, but I felt guided to use this one. So the first card is the temple path, which is reversed. So to me, when I see that, that's where you need to do some inner work, like with your spirituality. You need to be connecting with your inner self and with your guides and your angels. You need to definitely take some time to do that. We were talking about that earlier today too, in our program. It's really, really important to set up a routine so that you can hear your inner voice and so that you know what your guides are telling you and what you're being guided to do. Right now they're saying, to let go and to chill out. So, do that. But it's important to take the time to carve out time for that regularly, because when you do, you're going to hear what you need to do, and it's going to set you up for success, is what they're saying too, in a lot of different areas of your life. So, and it only takes 15 minutes. If you can just set aside 15 minutes in the morning and ask yourself, what do I need to know today? Or what do you want to tell me today? You were talking about this earlier, Tink. What is for my highest and greatest good to know today? And start keeping a journal and writing that down, and just listen. It could be a quick sentence, and they might just say, chill the bleep out. Okay. So they might say that too, but more often than not, they're going to say, we're here for you and you're not alone and we're supporting you. That's the energy usually you're going to feel. Or go clean your room, which I need to do. Or, whatever it is, take a rest, take a nap, that kind of thing. The next card that I got is all tied up, which is reversed, which is a good thing too, because it's telling you that you are getting out of that space. You are releasing, you are shifting, and you're not so stuck. For a while, you may have felt stuck or stifled, and you may still even feel that way now, but because it's reversed, it's showing me that energy is shifting and changing. So you may start to feel it lighten up a little bit this week. And it may be where, right now you're kind of in the middle of where you're getting like unrestricted and you're realizing what needs to go, which is what the energies are about right now, letting go. So that's interesting. That is very interesting. And that energy and that card too is just showing that that's supporting you and supporting that shift and change and that growth. The next card is the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael reversed, which is your heart chakra. So there's definitely some healing work that needs to be done too on your heart chakra. So what you can do is just visualize like opening up your heart chakra or sending healing light, any color that you feel connected with. Green is a really great color. That's the color of healing. You can also use pink, that's unconditional love, or white. Any of those colors would be great to just visualize. Take a few minutes and see that light cleansing and clearing and healing your heart chakra. In our program, we actually are doing that this week. Every week we release a meditation, and we have one on healing your heart chakra this week on relationships. Then the overall card that I pulled is appreciation. So truly appreciate. That is going to be the energy that's going to help you to shift everything. So if you can just focus on the things that you are grateful for, if you can start to really see the appreciation around you, this is how can you lovingly appreciate yourself and appreciate everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it, because all of it has a purpose and a reason for you. But that is going to shift your energy for the week to really get you in that flow, in the energy of where you want to be, instead of getting caught up in the details and getting caught up in what's not working. Shift your attention and your focus on what is working right now. And I feel like that's going to really help to get you, again, where you want to go. So if there is, whatever it is, if you feel like you need more time, if you feel like you don't have enough time, that's going to be your mantra, and you're going to be repeating that. I have all the time in the world. I have all the time I need. I get everything done easily and effortlessly. Really, really focus on all of the good things that you have in your life. And it just showed me, as you're driving, wherever you're going, start to list out loud the things that you're grateful for in a car. Just, I love my kids. I love my family. I'm so lucky I have a car. I'm so lucky I have gas that I can put in the car. I have money that I can put gas in my car, that I'm able to drive to work, that I have a job. Really, really start to say all of those things that you're grateful for, because that will truly shift the energy. All right, Tinkerbell, go ahead. What do you show us for this week? What do you see?
That was perfect. It goes right along with the cards that came out. It was perfect. Seriously, I was cracking up as you're talking. The first one is self-forgiveness, which is what we talked about in our program a lot. Really, this is what this is about. It's a lot of times where everyone's focused on forgiving other people, but it's really about forgiving yourself for anything, whether you were involved in a relationship where you feel you shouldn't have been in, or stayed too long, or maybe you feel you did something to harm the relationship. Always keep in mind, this is what we talked about in the program, you are where you're supposed to be. You have to look at, your soul has no time frame. You're just learning your life lessons. That's it. And when you look at it that way, like Dr. Wayne Dyer always said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. It isn't about the other person or what's going around. It's about your soul growth. And the more, guilt is the lowest vibration, the absolute lowest on the scale of consciousness. So, because everything has a vibration, every thought, every feeling has a vibration. So when you are not forgiving yourself or forgiving other people, either one, you still have some sort of guilt, remorse, anger, whatever. All of that's very low, which will only block you. So learning how to forgive yourself, self-care, self-love, that will increase your vibration. That will help unblock you and get you unstuck, because the next card was rest. You've been working so hard, take a nap or get some rest. And this is about, like you said, meditating. It's about taking some time out and stop to smell the roses. I know I'm guilty of this too. I keep going and going and going. But you really have to stop and start journaling in the morning. Like you said, that was great. I know that was brought up today too. It's like, what do I need today for myself? What is it that I need? Do I need to speak my truth in a loving way to someone? Do I need to buy myself some roses today? Do I need to clear out some clutter in my bedroom? Because the clutter in the bedroom will only stop me from my productivity. So it's, what do you need today? And maybe it's only 5 or 10 minutes. Don't feel like you have to do your whole room in a day. You don't, because otherwise, if you're like me, you won't do it. It's like, oh, it takes so long. I'm gonna do something I can do quickly. Maybe you just say, you know what? I just need 10 minutes to start going through some clutter and start donating something, 10 minutes a day. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. There's not, maybe it's you need to start taking steps into your future of getting out of a relationship. Maybe, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, what is it you need today, and take one step towards that thing that you want to do today. Because this is all lining up to everything. This is the perfect time to do it, because this is a great time with the way the energies are, the super moon, everything, the way that with it being in Scorpio, let yourself receive, which is what we talked about in the program too. Allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies. A lot of us have a hard time receiving, but what happens is you block the flow. You block your flow. So you want to be open to receiving, because then what you have, synchronicities. Once you do that, I love how this told a story. And it's right in alignment with yours. Your prayers and answers are being questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow, which is what you just said, being in the flow and what we were talking about. When you're open, when you're giving and receiving and there's a good balance, you're in the flow. That's when the energy is going to really start to manifest, because guess what the last card is? Alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. What this tells me is once you practice self-forgiveness and you're doing what you need to do with self-care, meditating, resting, and you're letting yourself receive, synchronistic events will abound. And that's because you have alchemy. You're turning precious metals into gold. You're creating negativity into positivity. You're transforming. I just got chills on that. I think we should drop the mic on all those. What do you think?
I think so.
You got, yeah, there we go. That's a mic dropper right there.
I know.
Bam.
I agree, Tink. That was so well said. Yes.
And you too. It was perfect. It was totally it couldn't have lined up better.
I know. Love it. That's it. That's it. We're done.
I think we're good. We're probably good for the rest of the year with that one. I don't know. I think we gave them a lot to work with. Something to think about, things to think about.
Yep.
Oh, I do want to give a shout out to Mariah. She made this. This is incredible. I don't know if you guys can see how amazing this is, but she makes jewelry. And she, can you see how, like the detail in this, how she wrapped this abalone stone, and she does different stones, but it is such, incredible detail. So if you guys are looking for a gift for someone, this is amazing. Seriously, this is incredible. It is absolutely gorgeous. And she has all different kinds of pieces. And she even marks down what they do, like what the energy is for it. So I have some more I'm going to have her wrap that I actually found that she did such a great job. And I want to make sure I get the name right, because I think it's Celestial Swamp Goddess is her Facebook page, and you can see other things that she has. Yes, Celestial Swamp Goddess. So anyway, I just wanted to give her a little shout, because I thought that it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't even do it justice. In person, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyway.
Love it.
Anything else, Laura?
That's it. I think we're good. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in this week. And every week we will be working on, recording the weekly energy forecast for you guys. So let us know what you think. Post your comments. Yeah, let us know how this is helping you. We've gotten a lot of really good feedback, and we appreciate that. So thank you.
We have. And if we know you guys are liking it, that's one thing that will help us to know moving forward what we want to, what we're going to do. Then that would be awesome. If you could, I'd love that. Yeah, put your feedback out there. What do you guys like about it? If it's helping you. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a magical day and night filled with peace, love, and light. And actually, we're going to ask to be carried over to the weekend for you. So that way you can have a magical weekend.